Hey there, everybody. Well, the Jets lost 15-10 on Sunday here in Tampa Bay to the Bucs. Big time missed opportunity for the Jets against a team that they very well could have beat, despite the Jets' flaws. Their offense didn't get it done. Their defense couldn't come up in a big spot late in the game, but one of the larger big picture concerns for this team continues to be penalties, and they were an issue again here in Tampa on Sunday. The Jets had 8 penalties for 77 yards, their 4th most penalty yards of the year. I mean, that's saying something, that 77 yards is only their 4th most penalty yards of the year. The 8 penalties, they were 6th most of the year. So they've had 5 games where they've had more than 8. But again, 8 for 77 is not going to get it done in a lot of games, and that's the problem with these. One of the problems with the Jets this year is their inconsistencies in terms of not being able to limit their penalties. They have 81 penalties against them this year, 97 if you count declined and offsetting calls. They have 739 penalty yards through 10 games now. That's a big reason why they're 4-6. They're second in the NFL in all those penalty categories: the yards, the calls against them, and then the total calls when you count the declines and offsetting calls. And it's the same guys over and over again here. You see Buster Skrine now has 9 penalties, leads the Jets. Brian Winters got 7, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins with 7 as well. Those are their top 3 penalty guys, and all those guys had penalties today. Skrine had 1, Winters had 2, both holding calls, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins, the tight end, had a holding call of his own. He had 1 penalty in this game total. So Winters at right guard didn't get the job done. The penalties continue to be an issue for him. Skrine, penalties kind of come with the territory for him as a physical man-to-man corner. But he's been a disaster in that area penalty-wise this year. And the Jets as a team, this is a young team that's trying to figure out and grasp for consistency, and a big part of that comes with limiting your errors in terms of things like penalties that you can, to at least some degree, control. And the problem with the Jets here is at 4-6 and 6 games to go with a very challenging schedule ahead as they try to save Coach Todd Bowles' job. The problem is that this is a team with a very small margin for error. And when you commit penalties at the rate that they've been committing them this season, and in particular today, you really put yourself in a very tough position when you have such a small margin for error.